at the Research Triangle High School Egg Drop. I'm here with Zach and Elise. Let's see who the winner's gonna be. 3, 2, 1, drop! The results are in. Both have survived. Congratulations! Hey guys, it's Kayla from Schola. We're here today at Research Triangle High School in Durham, North Carolina. You ready to check it out? Let's go! So we're here with Mr. Elliott. He is the principal here at Research Triangle High School. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you on our campus today.
Of course. It's a beautiful campus, by the way. It's been so fun walking around. Can you tell us a little bit more about your mission here at Research Triangle?
Sure. So the mission of RTHS is to prepare our kids for a globally competitive STEM education. And our building and our location are actually a real reflection of that. We're the only high school in Research Triangle Park here in the heart of the Triangle between Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill, surrounded by world-class research institutions like IBM, Dell, Cisco, SAS, and others.
That's awesome. And I know that, being in the classrooms, we saw some really cool stuff happening in the physics lab and the robotics. That's so awesome that you guys are really taking that STEM education to the next level with that hands-on. Your mission is very, very clear in the classroom.
Well, thank you. We prided ourselves on that. And that robotics class that we saw is a partnership with local partners here in the area and volunteers coming in to support that. And so we have over 55 different clubs. We have kids interning at many organizations in the Triangle, and it's something that we take a lot of pride in.
That's awesome. So can you really dive into 3 things that stand out about your school and you would say make you guys unique?
Yeah. So I think the first thing is that RTHS is mastery based in terms of what we expect kids to do. And part of that is the learning platform that we use, but we really believe what is important is not when a kid learns, but when a student is able to demonstrate that mastery. So our kids primarily work through projects and cooperative, authentic-based learning opportunities. And it is a very different experience than the traditional high school.
Yeah. Secondly,
our location. We are in the middle of Research Triangle Park and are able to tap into all of these wonderful resources around us. We also like to say there's something for everything here at RTHS. So in terms of a robust arts and theater program that we have, we typically do 3 to 4 different plays every year.
Gosh.
Additionally, we have over 55 student-led clubs, from chess club to baking club to whatever your interest may be. There's really an opportunity for all of our kids to be able to pursue the things that they're passionate about. And the third thing I would say that makes RTHS unique is that we're grounded by relationships. So there's only about 580 kids enrolled here at RTHS, and they come from 12 different counties in the surrounding area to come here. And partly because of that small setting, we're able to build personal relationships with each and every one of our students to help figure out what motivates them and how we can help them to pursue what they're passionate about.
I love that. And I love the second thing that you mentioned about you guys are really a STEM school, but how you have the arts and the clubs so that someone like me, who was terrible in science and technology, still feels like this can be my home and I can really grow as an individual here.
Absolutely. When I came in last year, one of the things that I met with all of our teachers with and talked to several of our students about was, what do we want to see RTHS be the best in the world at? And what we want to help our kids to do is build them up with the skills, talents, and other things that they need to pursue the things that they're passionate about, whatever it may be.
Absolutely. So I'm here with Jenny Johnson. She's the co-director of College and Career Advising. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So I really love the title of your role and how your job is to really help students with their next steps. So what does that look like for you?
Yeah, so what that looks like is our philosophy is really based on 4 tenets: individualization, fit, communication, and the student being in the driver's seat. So what's really important for us is to make sure that we're not forcing an idea on students, but that we're really listening to them and helping them figure out what they want to do with their lives and helping them go after that. So for some students, that does look like attending a 4-year college. For some students, it looks like attending a 2-year college. And for some students, it looks like going straight into a career path. And so we begin working with students in depth in the spring semester of their junior year, helping to figure out what is next. And so we meet with them and we meet with their families, and we allow them to be in the driver's seat. So it's really important for them to have their own space at the table and their voice to be heard. And we facilitate that conversation with their teachers and with the staff and with their parents. And we help to make sure that what they are doing is what they want to do, not what someone else says they should be doing. And so it's a really beautiful partnership, and we really just focus on listening to them and focusing on making sure that what they choose is the best fit for them.
That's so amazing. And, college is such a big decision. It's so helpful to have someone like you guide them to really figure out what do I want to study or where do I want to go? And like you said, having the best fit for them so that they can really succeed in their next step.
Absolutely.
So it was so fun getting to peek into some of your classrooms and really see that hands-on learning in person. But what would you say that is your teaching and learning style here?
So at RTHS, we are really about project-based authentic learning. So in the physics lab that we saw today, that was a group of AP physics students who were designing a lab for Physics 1 students. So they were taking what they had learned about physics and designing a lab and experiment for those other kids as one of their projects and grades for their class. And so we have a lot of those different examples. The vast majority of our grades come from those projects. They're often interdisciplinary and largely group-based. One of my favorite classes that we've added the last couple of years is called District C. It is a partnership between an outside organization, District C, a class here, and several local businesses. And so the businesses come to us and say, we have a problem. How do we market better? How do we reach more customers? How do we figure out who our target audience is? And our kids do the work. And they have pitch days to pitch their ideas to the businesses who come in as real authentic learning.
That is so cool, and it really gives these high schoolers that are about to enter college that chance to really be innovative and entrepreneurial and get a taste of maybe what they want to pursue in higher education.
Yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity for our kids, and they come up with really, really good ideas. In our environmental science, they're tackling how do we look at the world today? This year we introduced a new class that was a combination of AP language and writing with environmental science. And so all of those kids, it's a discussion and course-based class where we're talking about what's going on in our world today and how we're going to approach those topics and think about the things and how do we help make our world a better place in the future.
That's so cool. It's amazing how creative students can be when they have the space to do so.
Yeah. I think and our kids have that space here. We give them a lot of autonomy and give them a lot of opportunity to learn on their own and figure the things out that are important themselves.
Oh, I love that. So I'm here with Stella. She's a 10th grader here at Research Triangle. So Stella, we're in this really cool black box theater here. Can you tell me, I heard you're involved in theater a little bit?
I am in our musical review that we're doing here. We actually just wrapped up a play called Antigone. I was in a couple of shows last year. We're doing a musical review, which is like a bunch of different songs from different musicals that we sing and dance to, and I'm really excited for it.
That's so fun. What would you say is your favorite part about being part of the theater program here?
Just the community and like the real closeness of everyone and the acceptance that everyone feels together, and it's just a really fun experience.
Yeah, I have to say it's super cool that you're involved in theater because I know that this is a very STEM-based school, but to be able to do both and get really the best of both worlds here.
Yes, definitely. And we also have like a great English and history department as well.
That's awesome, and those all kind of go together.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
So I know you mentioned the uniqueness of your location a little bit earlier, but can you touch more on your campus and your community that you serve here?
Yeah, so our students and our families that we serve here at RTHS are really a reflection of our community and the diversity in this area. And so we're over 55% diverse here at RTHS. We have large African American, Asian and Indian communities here, and we serve all of our students. We have students from low socioeconomic backgrounds to students and families who are working here in the Triangle, and so we really do serve all of our kids. One of the things that stands out about our community is our access to our partners, and so we have students who participate in internships in the local different communities that we have around here.
That's amazing. And I love that you mentioned that partnership that you have with the communities and your families that go here so that you can really just give those students that extra opportunity to really excel in life.
Yeah. I would be remiss if I didn't bring up my parent-teacher-student organization. And they have been a great asset to the school here at RTHS. They help bring us some joy and supporting our teachers with our back-to-school breakfast or our dances that we have at our school, our flag football game, and most recently helping with our philanthropic campaigns. And so they've been a great asset to our community and to continue to give back to the school and our kids.
That's amazing. And it's not, it's not just a school for the students, it's a school for their whole family. That really just brings the community together.
That's right.
So I'm with Tyler here. He's a senior this year. So Tyler, can you tell me what's your favorite part about Research Triangle High School?
So I think my favorite part about Research Triangle is how small and connected our community is. I feel like most schools you don't have the opportunity to just be friends with everyone and know everyone, but I feel like here you definitely have that option.
That's awesome, and I heard you're a part of a ton of different clubs. So what are those clubs you're a part of?
So a couple clubs I'm part of is the Black Student Union here, the Mental Health Club here, the Robotics Club here. I do.
That's amazing. Very well-rounded, I must say. And I know you're a senior. That's so exciting. Congrats. Do you have any plans for next year where you're hoping to go to school?
Yeah, I'm trying to go to college, but I would say the top of my list is probably UNCG or Northeastern up in Boston or UNC Chapel.
Awesome choices. Do you feel like the schools really helped you prepare? How have they helped you really get on that path for your next step?
I feel like the way our learning platform is laid out, you kind of have to learn to do a lot of things for yourself, and I feel like that is going to prepare me for doing coursework in college.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure you're going to do super awesome. I hope those school will be back to you. I'm sure you'll get in.
Yeah, thank you.
So for families who might be interested in enrolling their student here, where can they learn more information?
So our parents can visit researchtrianglehighschool.org. All of that information is easily accessible there.
Awesome. And you can also learn more information on Schola.com. Thank you so much for having us today.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
And that's a wrap at Research Triangle High School. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys at the next school.